Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1. Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports. Nothing but pure sports. This is the JP Show.
JP, it is so good to hear you back on the air.
Stand by now. Here's JP.
All right, welcome into a Thursday edition of the JP Peterson Show. Man, we got lots of good stuff, lots of fun stuff to get to. Hope you guys are ready for a high-energy show today. I know Timmy is. I know we got about 6 people already in the chat going at it. I love it. Let's go.
Already.
Let's go. Yeah, because we got a lot to cover today. We got the Buccaneers and the Rams, obviously. We got a stomach bug running through the Buccaneers. Yeah, exactly what this team needed as they get set for a 6-hour flight to the West Coast. And I as I'm thinking about that, Timmy, I'm saying, like, it's hard for me to use the lavatory. I'm 6'1", 225 on a good
On an
day.
airplane?
It's hard for me.
Mhm.
Yeah. I can't even imagine Luke Edeke, Tristan Wirfs. Like, how do these guys, if you know what I'm saying, a bunch of offensive linemen with stomach bugs on a 5.5-hour flight. Yeah, that is not going to go well on multiple levels.
No, they don't fly commercial, right? They don't fly commercial, right? They charter?
No. They charter, but I don't think charter planes have any bigger bathrooms than regular planes. Do they?
Sometimes they are. Sometimes they are, man. The Cowboys charter that I used to fly on had a much bigger bathroom than a commercial airline. But your point is taken. Either way, these are huge men.
I don't know about that. Unless they own the plane. Like maybe Jerry owned that plane and he customized it. When they come from Boeing, yeah, those are small bathrooms. Yeah. But anyway, they got issues now with illness. Whew. So we'll get into the Bucs here in just a second. The Lightning tonight. Here comes Connor McDavid, Draisaitl into boys. The Oilers are in town.
Yeah.
Well, I was over there yesterday, and I wish I was warned. I ain't going back today. I can tell you that. By the way, so we got plenty of stuff from Tristan Wirfs and Baker Mayfield. We're going to share with you today some fun stuff, some X's and O's. So we'll give you some of that from yesterday's availability over there at the Bucs. I was at the Florida Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremonies last night. Got some very interesting information on a few things. So we are going to pass that on to you as we peruse some of the pictures from last night. I'll do a little play-by-play with him, Timmy, and I'll give you some information. It was a great night last night. Pam Oliver was from Fox Sports, was the MC, stole my job. They clearly upgraded. With but that allows me to sit down and have a nice meal and drink some wine and enjoy that. The Big O went with me last night, and his skipper, Jim Leland, his first skipper, was there as well. So that was a nice little reunion. So we'll get to all that. We got Joey Johnston from USF Sideline going to join us to talk a little Bulls UAB this week and the disappointment that was the loss to Navy. He was up there, so we'll kind of rehash all that stuff. Brian Bradley's going to join us live from Benchmark International Arena at the skate around to see who's skating this morning. See if Victor Hedman and McDonough might be coming back. So we'll get a live breaking news on that as well. So that's a hell of a show, Timmy. That's a hell of a show.
Buckle
I think
up.
the people get their money's worth today.
Yeah, this is better than my kidney stone medication, man. This is going to be great.
Are you comatose or close to it?
No, the stuff that they gave me until apparently they want to go in and get it. But I told them they can't do that at least till the weekend or Friday night. So they just gave me some stuff.
How do they go in and get it?
You want me to get graphic and how they do it? Because I've done it 3 times before. All right.
I'm kind of interested.
So, normally when you've got a kidney stone and it's in the middle of the kidney somewhere, they can go in and they can explode it with sound waves, and then then you can either pass the smaller fragments, or if they're still larger fragments, they just keep doing that. Well, when I get most of the time when I get a kidney stone situation happening, it's lodged near the wall of the kidney. That's where mine are floating around, and they can't do that because it'll damage the soft tissue if they go and try to explode it. So what they do, JP, is they knock me out, lay me down, they whoop out my man meat, and they stick a tube up the man meat with a camera and a claw, and they go in all the way through the to the kidney, and then they find the one they got to get. They grab it like the claw machine. They just grab it, and I hope they get it on the first try, and they don't have to dig around like I do on the claw machine. But they grab it, and then they literally pull it out. And then I'm stuck with a catheter up my manhole for 5-6 days afterwards while it heals. And then I got to go back in, and they got to yank the catheter out when it's time. And here we go. This will be the fourth time I've had to do this.
I should not have asked about that. I should not. That was my bad. Sorry, guys. But now I know. And what do I have to do to make sure this never happens to me? Drink a lot of water? Is that what I need to do?
Drink water, drink cranberry juice, that like real cranberry juice, not the concentrate stuff or the real stuff. Avoid tea. Mm-hmm. Apparently tea is the absolute worst thing, which I drink a ton of even after I've been warned. So I'm kind of get what I deserve here.
Iced tea or like hot tea? Hot tea is good for you.
Any kind of tea. It's terrible for building up stuff in your kidneys. Yeah. Really? And contrary to popular belief, sodas really have zero effect unless you're drinking 30 or 40 a day, which I used to.
So tea. Wow. I did not know that.
Tea is and what's funny is my urologist that I keep going to is like 94 years old. And he is super, super old school, and he knows all the stuff that the young doctors, they're all medicine and stuff, we'll fix it once you get it. This guy's all about prevention. I just don't ever listen to what he says. And he's like, well, I don't care. You bought me a boat last year. Keep going.
Yeah. That's the problem. That's the problem. Good little roll call this morning. Everybody's in. Good morning to all of the Petermans out there. There's Hi Headwell or Head Highswell. Good morning, JP and friends. That's new, right? He's new. Funny thought I had while listening yesterday. What if Critical X accounts about USF are burner accounts from other colleges trying to steal the coach? We kind of postulated this yesterday. I was like, because I'm like, no, it's not bots. And I'm like, well, maybe some UCF fan could load up some bots. But I mean, college football fans will do anything. We pretty much know that. So I don't know. A lot of this USF stuff has been years long, and we'll talk to Joey about it today. And I'll be interested to hear what he has to say about the reaction to the fan base. Mm-hmm. But did a good conversation about that yesterday, and got some reaction on Twitter. So, just to USF fans, we're all trying to support. I didn't go to USF, I get it, but I live in Tampa and I want to support them tremendously with this platform and personally. I love a lot of the people over there, and sometimes you fans make it really hard. You make it really hard. You attack the coaches, you attack the media people, attack everybody if we say anything wrong about USF. And, critical analysis is absolutely necessary for growth in every facet of life, and especially in endeavors like taking a college football team from infancy to respectability in the bigger programs. And, I was going back and forth with some USF people. I'm like, I'm trying to explain that I'm not denigrating USF, but this is a different situation. It's not, you are like, FSU is not Alabama. FSU is not Georgia. We're not Ohio State. I recognize that. We are in different situations. And so expectations should be different. And when you have disappointing losses, you have to keep things in perspective and not burn the freaking house down. That's all I'm saying. And does it bother USF fans where I say, well, you haven't won a national championship. You haven't won a conference championship. You're 29 years old, 28 years old. You're not Florida. You're not Miami. You're not That's not a criticism. It's a fact. And you should have different expectations, and there are different stages of getting your program to be a perennial top 5 team. And yes, the landscape has changed dramatically. But sometimes I just feel like this fan base thinks that, and they get mad when you say that. And it's just fact. Everybody that's owned this, I'm not Pam Oliver. I don't make the money she makes, right? Everybody has a station, and somebody saying that to me is, oh, I'm just as good as her. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And you just got to know and react accordingly. That's all I'm saying. That's build the program, and that's what we all want. We want the program to build, and running off good coaches is not a strategy, in my opinion. All right, let's get into the Bucs, shall we? Once again,
before you move on,
JP,
JP,
list is ridiculously long, and now you throw the illness in there: Baker Mayfield, Gedeke, Barton, Logan Hall. Offensive line is illness. That's, the stomach bugs. I guess, it takes days, and hopefully that's all it will take to get through, and they'll be fine by Sunday. The problem is it just drains you. And I think you'll see in these clips that we show from Baker Mayfield, he was a little different yesterday. There's no question about it. He just wasn't animated as he normally is. You can tell his energy level was down. And, when you get, that's kind of the way it goes. That's just kind of the way it goes. Your energy is down. It's probably pretty hard to focus. It's probably pretty hard to do a lot of different things. And so, but the energy returns, and it should return. But now you're like, okay, you're playing Rams. You got a 5.5 hour, 6 hour, and Godwin, where Bucky was at practice yesterday. We didn't see Godwin, but it's unlikely that Bucky's going to play. I think it's unlikely Godwin's going to play. It's unlikely that Jamel Dean is going to play. It's Hassan Reddick is probably not going to play. So there's a lot of guys that are not much different from last week. One of the better teams on the road, in this league. So I'm by no means am I saying just give it up, don't even show up. I'm not saying that, but let's just be honest again. This is going to be a slog. This is going to be a really, really tough one. The Rams are on a roll. They got a big win over Seattle last week. They're super physical football. They're playing really, really well. Mass staff, elite Pro Bowl level. And there's just a lot of roadblocks to this one. I mean, I would love to sit here and blow smoke up your ass and say, oh, this is an opportunity to go get a big win against a great NFC team. And it is. But as the week goes on, things are stacking against you. Things are really, really stacking against you. And this is not the thought process for the players, certainly. But as we handicap this game and look at, Jared Verse and Fisk and this defense getting 4 turnovers last week, and you watch that game, boy, they are flying around. They are playing fast and physical on defense. And offensively, although they didn't score a whole lot of points, they've been very efficient. And Matthew Stafford is playing at an elite level. So, and this, I don't know if you've noticed, you might have noticed, Timmy, that this Bucs defense is not playing at an elite level. Especially not lately, the last couple of weeks. Since the bye week, they've given up big plays, like taking candy from a baby. Actually, a baby screams a little bit more when you take the candy. Where as the Bucs defense, I'm not so much. I might be insulting the baby there. It's just, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but you turn on the tape and this defense is really playing poorly. And when you're giving up big plays, sometimes you say, oh, it's 4 or 5 plays. Well, you know what? If it wasn't a big play, they just would have drove down the field anyway. If you would have tackled them after 10 yards, they probably just drove to the field at some point. So it's not been good, and it's not good enough. It's weird since the bye week. You did some self-scouting, and this is what we came back with? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, defensively, whatever adjustments that they made are not really good. Not really good. So the Bucs are in a bit of a pickle here. And listen, this may be a situation, and you kind of feel that way with Godwin and Bucky. Bucky's out there running around. We hear Godwin is, although we really haven't seen much of it. Haven't seen much of Hassan Reddick, but it's almost like they're looking at the schedule going, we're not going to bring these guys back prematurely because, listen, there is no cut and dried black and white thing. Okay, Bucky's ready. The expiration date on his injury is ready. He's back in. No, it's all gray area stuff. How is he doing at practice? Is he going to be able to take a shot on the shoulder? Same thing with these other guys. And maybe it's just like, hey, let's get through this part of the schedule and then bring everybody back for the stretch run. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea because all these games count. And when you look at the situation this week, it's a tough one. It's going to be a really, really tough go. So I don't know how they're going to play the injury situation, but I just know, if guys are ready to play, if they're itching and ready to play and Bucky can go, they're going to go. That's the way it should be. But if there's any hesitancy or gray area, I think, you might as well just leave them home. Go get them with the guys you got. That's just part of football. Sometimes you lose the battle to win the war. So let's not be silly about it. And they have all this information. We don't. So we'll see how it goes this week. I'm certainly not picking the Bucs to win this game. That's for sure. I haven't seen the opening line or lines of where they're at right now after the injury report. Have you seen them, Timmy? I'm guessing
I looked yesterday.
Rams by 5.5, similar to last week.
Let me look it up real quick.
Yeah.
7.
As I'll go 7. To some of the other. It's up to 7. Yeah, that's not surprising. Joel Forsland asks, is there another way to listen to the show live other than YouTube or through FanStream website, like an app? We do have an app, by the way, for iPhones. So you can do that, and it will take you, I think it takes you to the website, right? And then you click on it through the app. You can also do it through Facebook and Twitter.
So when you open the app, it brings you to this screen right here. Let me show everybody.
Yeah, there you go.
I'll do this better here, right here. So yeah, it's going to take you to this screen, and it automatically, whenever you can just hit play, and then it'll start playing what's live. Every show that's live on the stream when we're live, JP show, all the other shows, you can stream it live on the app, or you can also it links to the website, and you can listen to everything on demand as well. We had it for both Google and Apple, but the company that we built the app through lost their contract or whatever the intricacies are with Google, and now it's not on there. And apparently it hasn't been on there for like a month, and nobody bothered to tell me until I had to figure it out on my own. So we're in the process of internally developing a new app for you poor suffering Android users. And I'm sorry, I apologize that you guys have to deal with that inept technology, but or you could just go to a better phone. That's all I'm saying. But and I have no timeline for that. But if you have an Apple device somewhere, or if you have your laptop or your tablet or whatever, you can listen through the website or off of YouTube or X. Don't forget, we're on X and Facebook and all that. So if you don't like to go to YouTube, you can go to our X feed, either me or JP or FanStream Sports or wherever, and you can run it on the audio off of that as well. I've done that before.
Yes, absolutely. All right, thank you for that update. Appreciate it. So yeah, people are always asking me that. All right, let's get to some of the. Can we play some of these interviews from yesterday, partner? You think? I know we're having a little issue on the website there, or internet wise. It looks like there's a little bit of a lag, but let's give it a shot, shall we?
I don't know which one.
Let's play a little. Can I play these, or should you play them?
You can try. Go ahead.
All right. Let's. So what was interesting a little bit yesterday is Baker chatted a little bit about the baby boy that he's having. So I thought his answer was really, really interesting.
No, we did it.
They did the reveal this week with his wife Emily.
But yeah, obviously fun. Everybody's like, "Are you gonna let him play football? Do whatever you want." My parents didn't want me to play football. At a certain point, when your kid wants to do something, you just encourage them to do whatever they want to do. And obviously trying to handle that the best way, but I'm going to have a little shithead on my hands.
He says that's karma.
Anything like his dad. Shit. Yep.
Oh my God. Great stuff. I think we have Tristan talking about that as well. I think it's this one. Let me give it a try here. That Tristan, I like talking to him. He's always hilarious.
I mean, I've known Baker for a couple of years now, and I think that baby's going to be a terror, and I can't wait. I cannot wait. No, it's big congratulations to them. Super happy for him. Yeah, it was. I know he's excited. Like, he loves Coco so much. I think, but having a boy, like, it's checked it off.
It's different. Yep.
Yeah, it's the best. All right, thanks.
Yeah, there you go. Have a little shithead, and you can just see the little Baker boy, right? You can just see him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like Eddie Haskell for you, Leave It to Beaver fans.
Nobody knows what that is.
God, Will. So yeah, that was a really old reference. Here's some more. Tristan, where he's talking about the block.
And that was the slowest Tuck ran all day, I think. That was
in front of Sean Tucker.
Past that last defender, he just turned on the jets. I kept watching the clip. I was like, dude, he's flying. I want to know what his top speed was. But yeah, I think my top speed was his slowest speed on Sunday. It was crazy.
Tristan, I asked Bowles about using you as a lead back. We see it all over the league.
Yeah.
Said you might be too selfish about it. You want the ball.
I'd want the ball all the time. He's damn right. I want to get a touchdown. No, that'd be fun. That'd be cool. Vita got one was against the Falcons 5-6 years ago. Let's do it.
Could you be a weapon?
Oh, we'll see. We'll see. I'm not gonna say too much now. We'll see. It's gonna be
make your pitch now.
Yeah. I'll do anything. Give me the ball, throw it to me. I'll catch it. I can catch anything.
Which is the most challenging?
Yeah, how about there's a little something there. He's like, I don't want to go too far. Maybe they got a little something in the playbook. I mean, obviously, if you put it as a lead back, you lose him as a left tackle. But tackle eligible. I think we can see that. He's just so freaking athletic. We talk about having a big target in the end zone. We were having some issues with 2-point plays, which I asked Baker about. And I have that. I sent you that one. I'm not sure if we got that one loaded yet, but yeah. I mean, let's get a little creative in the 2-point area, because you usually in 2-point, you have double, triple tight ends, unbalanced lines. So you could make him eligible in certain formations. And no one would probably think he's going out on a pass, but with his athleticism and everything he can do, hell yeah, I'd do it for sure. All right, what else we got here? Let's try a little Sean Tucker, shall we? I talked to Sean yesterday. Sean doesn't talk a lot, but when he does, you listen.
When you're getting into the game, like how many carries does it take for you to start maybe seeing the spaces? Just mentally, how does that work as you get more carries through a game? Do you feel like you get better?
I would say so. I say after a couple carries, you get to feel the defense and seeing what they're kind of trying to do to you and the scheme that they're doing for the day. And the more carries after that, I just be able to get in my rhythm and mode and showcase what I can do.
You start setting up defenders.
Once you see how they're playing, it's easier to set them up, and then that helps the line and helps you out also.
And also for Rizard, he's going to go with the hot hand. If he sees that you're feeling it, you're going to get it more, right?
Yeah, whenever any of our backs are in there, we're always cheering each other on. So, whoever's a hot hand or whoever's doing good that day, we're always just cheering them on and make sure they keep going.
You've had this kind of game before last year.
So there's Sean Tucker. And I think this is with every back. The more touches you get, the more you feel the rhythm of what you heard him say it. You kind of see how they're playing you, if they're trying to use a corner to hem you in, and then can you set that guy up? The more it's getting more data, more information. And it appears with Sean Tucker, like many running backs, the more you give it to him, the more dangerous he is. And I just, especially if Bucky's not going to play, you got to give him more touches. Oh, you added this, huh? You added this to show the people, in case you've never seen this. Yeah,
this is
Tristan
insane.
Wirfs.
This is in college.
Out of a pool. Yeah.
In college, yeah.
That's the craziest thing I've ever seen.
6'5", 322 pounds at the time, and he just jumps out of the 3-foot section of a pool.
Look at the girl behind her. She's like, what the hell was that?
That
is that dude an alien?
Freaking insane, man.
Yeah.
Good
Absolutely crazy insane. And here's Tristan talking about the challenges of beating the Rams.
I don't think it'd be big for us. A lot of good teams in the NFC, a lot of good teams in the NFL. Rams are one of them, so being able to go out there and get a big win on the road on Sunday Night Football, I think would be big. I think for everyone in his locker room, the confidence, moving forward. But I think it'd be big.
Yeah, so they understand the challenge, but it's also I don't think they're shying away from it at all. This is a very confident football team, and I feel like they feel like they can beat anybody in this league, and that's the way it should be, and they can. So, absolutely, 1,000%. Looking forward to, it's going to be an uphill climb. There's no question about it. But if they can get a couple of turnovers early on in this game, and play from the front, maybe it's a different thing. Maybe it's a totally different thing. We're getting some reports that the audio is bad. Is it all our audio or just the interviews that you guys are hearing? Let us know. All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, Brian Bradley is standing by at Benchmark International Arena. We will head to him and get the lowdown on tonight's star-studded showdown between the Oilers and the Bolts. We're brought to you by the Jeeves Law Group, JEEVESLawgroup.com. They are local, they are trusted, and they get results. If you're involved in an accident, go to the website, give them a call, get your free case evaluation at JeevesLawGroup.com. Non-attorney spokesman, offices Tampa and St. Pete. Back in 3 with the great Brian Bradley, Hall of Famer. Stay with us. Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience Advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles. 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. Although it may seem tempting to go without health care insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Are you having legal issues with a business partner or other legal business issues? The attorneys at Walters, Levine & DeGrave can help. Call 800-616-0384 for a free consultation. At Walters, Levine & DeGrave, we've redefined what a law firm can be with top-tier attorneys, personal service, and 26 years of success. From business law to civil litigation, we deliver smart, client-focused solutions. Walters, Levine, and DeGrave recently won a $6.4 million jury verdict from a large real estate developer, and they can win for you too. Walters, Levine, and DeGrave. Let's solve it together. Not attorney spokesman. For a free consultation, call 800-616-0384 or go to walterslevine.com. Offices Tampa, Sarasota.
Let's go. Right now. Back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Genesis of Tampa. If you're looking to buy a car for Christmas, get somebody a nice new car, Genesis of Tampa will welcome you in. They got some great lease specials going on right now, and just a great bunch of folks to deal with over there. They do a lot in the community. Genesis of Tampa, part of the great Murphy Auto Group. So give them a try over there. Tell them JP sent you. All right, let's welcome in the Lightning Hall of Famer from Benchmark International Arena. It is the great Brian Bradley. What's up, Brads? How are you?
What's up, JP? How are you doing today? The boys are on the ice skating right now. You know what? Full team practice today. Flipping it around so you can see everybody is on the ice. Vasy is in tonight against Edmonton. He's in the far net down there. So the boys are, I'm standing on the bench side right now at Benchmark International Arena. John Cooper is actually back in the house right now. He's on the ice right over here. He missed his one game.
Great to see that.
So it's good to have John back in the house and stuff like that. But it looks like Nick Paul's back in the lineup tonight. You got the first line, I think, is Sorelli, Kucherov, and Hagel. And then Point's playing with Nick Paul and Gensel on the second line. And then you got Yanni Gord and Yanni Gord with Bjorkstrand and Jurgensen are on the third line. James is on the fourth line with Curtis Douglas and the young guy. Just trying to think of his
Dominic
name right
James.
Now. No,
Dominic James.
Dominic James, and then Gage Gonzalez. Those are the fourth line. Gage Gonzalez with James and the big guy are on the fourth line.
Douglas.
So that's a
God,
he's
so freaking big. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a huge guy. It looks like Chernak might be better, but we still got some of those young guys up from last game, that played for us. I mean, you're talking about the Lightning. Hedman's not on the ice. We don't have any,
no McDonough?
Obviously, no McDonough's on the ice. So, I mean, when you talk about man games lost, you guys, we've had a lot of injuries this year. Just for instance, last year at this time, or last year, the whole season, we had 75 games where we lost guys to man games. This year, we're already at 60 already.
Wow.
And that's only a quarter of the season. That's a lot of guys injured. So last year, we had 75 man days lost. We're already at 60 right now, and that's only 20 games into the season. The whole year, we only had 75. So that's a lot of guys going down early, like whether it's Sorelli, whether it was Hagel, whether it was, McDonough, Chernak, obviously, Hedman's out. So we've lost a lot of guys to man games right now. So it'll be interesting to see how tonight's game. I'm a little worried about tonight, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Yeah. We're playing against the two best players in the NHL. Nothing against Kucherov, but he's up there in that group. But, Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl are two of the best players in the NHL. I know they lost last night. They lost 7-4 in Washington, but they lost 5-1 on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
We lost your audio, Brad. We lost you. Did you mute yourself?
He's not muted.
No. He lost his audio.
Interesting to see how the Oilers come out tonight. Oh, you got me? Did I go?
Yeah, I got you now. You just went silent for a little bit. It's interesting, Brad. I'm looking at the numbers. I haven't seen the Oilers play, but their numbers are not great. Last 10 games, they're 4-5-1, averaging under 3 goals a game, which is crazy for them, while giving up 4 goals per game. The last 10 Lightning are 7-3. Obviously, they've been better. McDavid, 9 goals, 23 assists for the Oilers. Draisaitl, 6 goals and 6 assists over the last 10 games. So he's heating up. But overall, on the road, they're 4-8-2. And to your point, they lost those last 2 games with a -13 scoring differential. So they They're off to a bit of a slow start, about a 500 team, 9-4, I think they are. So it's not the typical, but they're going to play up to the Lightning's standards tonight. This should be a really good one.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, when you look at the Oilers, I mean, they went to 2 Stanley Cup Finals, lost both times to Edmonton. Everybody knows that. But you got the 2 best players in the world. I mean, with Kucherov and some of the other guys, obviously Nate McKinnon, Cale Makar. But, I mean, these guys can score. They're dynamic. They can score at any shift, at any time. It's fun to watch. I mean, you're talking about watching a guy like, Connor McDavid. You're talking like watching a Wayne Gretzky or Mario Lemieux. They only come in here or stuff like that. But at the end of the day, you know what? It's going to be it'll be fun to watch. But you know what? Edmonton is a good team. I mean, I'm not saying I think they'll make the playoffs with those guys, but I'm not sold on their goaltending. Like Skinner's an okay goalie. They're not what they were a year or two ago. They're trying to make it better, but at the end of the day, I just don't see where they're going to fight to make the playoffs. The reason they'll probably make the playoffs is those 2 guys are so good that they'll get them into the playoffs, but they're not a team that's going to go deep in the playoffs. I don't think they can have any chance against Dallas or Colorado. Those teams are too good, too much depth. I mean, you know what? And their goaltending here. I mean, I watched some of the game last night. The goaltending Skinner was not good in that at all. I thought he was terrible.
Yeah. Well, good opportunity. The Gensel with a hat trick the other night, which was great to see. Cirelli coming back. And I love that goal where Hagel goes in on the forecheck, and then Cirelli went in and gets the puck, a little backhand, no-look pass to Kucherov, who's right there in the slot, and he drives it home. We need our best guys to be our best guys, and we're starting to see. I mean, I think the 3rd and 4th line carried us for a little bit, and that's great to see as they build that depth, right? But now you need your stars to be the stars, and seeing Gensel with the Hattie the other night and Kucherov and Cirelli getting back in here, this is the Lightning. This is the core of the team. This is what we need to see, right?
Oh, for sure, JP. You know what? Talk about the game the other night. I mean, obviously Kucherov has a really nice goal bar down. You talked about the play there, from Hagel, Cirelli. Good having Cirelli back in the lineup because those 2 guys are not only good 5-on-5, but they're amazing. They're amazing talent killers. But Jake Gensel, I mean, right now, you had to pick an MVP of the team 20 games into the season. Jake Gensel's my guy. He's been consistent the whole season, every game. He's been so good. I mean, a hat trick last game. The goal he scored it's a goal scorer's goal. He comes in on the goalie. The goalie doesn't know what he's going to do. It's in the net before he can even figure it out. So I love the way Jake plays. You know what? It'll be interesting to see how it goes tonight with Jake Gensel and Nick Paul and Braden Point on the line together. So, you know what? I like the way we're playing. Vasy's been so sharp lately. You know what? He's looked good in net. I mean, you know what? The 5-1 win, the game in Florida, that we won on Saturday night. You know what? The Vancouver game. I mean, we just got on some unfortunate breaks there. But, I mean, I love the way the Lightning are playing. I mean, it's a big game tonight. Edmonton's struggling. We've got to take them down while they're hurting. They don't want to keep going on a road trip where they go to Florida next. They want to win, so they're going to come out flying, but, we've got to be ready. Vasy's going to be good. Their goaltending's very weak, at the end of the day. So see what happens. But I'm expecting a great game tonight. It's good to have Nick Paul back in the lineup. And you know what? I love our line combinations. And you know what? It'll make a difference when we get Hedman and McDonough back. Those guys are like world-class players. Obviously Hedman's going to play in the Olympics for Sweden. McDonough, I think he's got a chance to play for the U.S. team. I mean, you're talking about, shot blocker, veteran guys that have played many, many years in the NHL. So you can't trade that in with experience and stuff like that. But, got to give her credit to our organization. Our general manager and stuff like that. You know what? All the work, in terms of like the depth he has, bringing up some of these young kids, Carlisle, Santini. I think we did an outstanding job so far. Having
handling all the injuries.
Yeah, with so many injuries. I mean, like we talked about, 60 games, man injuries we've had this year so far. We only had 75 the whole season last year. I mean, we're already going to probably get to 62 or 3. Yeah.
Well, Carlisle and Santini played really well together last last game, and I coming up from Syracuse, and oddly enough, they'd never played together at Syracuse. They were playing on different shifts. So the fact that they kind of got together and played so well, that's encouraging for tonight's game. Hey, Brad, I wanted to ask you about Braden Point, and it's interesting. You said getting Nick Paul back and getting them back together. Maybe that helps his game. He's only had 3 goals and 8 assists so far. We're a quarter of the way through the season. That's not Braden Point type of production. He's a -9. That's definitely not Braden Point type of stuff. What do you think's going on with him?
You know what, JP, it's hard to really say. You know what, sometimes, guys go through a little funk right there. I mean, you know what, he's still a world-class player. I mean, you know what, he's on the Olympic team for Canada. Obviously, his numbers are not to where they that should be. But, I mean, at the end of the day, he's still creating a lot of chances. I mean, that's the thing about it is, you know what, when I look at his numbers, they're not where he needs to be. And you know what, when he gets hot, he'll turn it on. He'll probably get 12 goals in the next 5 games or something like that. But you know what I really look for Braden Point is what he brings to the table. I mean, you know what, he brings speed. He brings energy. He's still creating a lot of plays. When he has the puck, he's going down the ice. Guys are all over him. There's 2 guys on because he's just so good. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he's got to convert some of those plays. And, I mean, he's got to be better. He knows he's got to be better. Don't kid yourself. I mean, he knows with the Olympic year being here and everything going on, he's got to be better. I mean, but you know what? Once he gets one, it's going to just go. Trust me on that one. I mean, you can't replace a guy like Braden Point. He scored 40, 50 goals 4 or 5 years in a row. So, I mean, he's going to end up probably with 40 goals this year. But, I mean, he's going to have to work it now because he's got off to a slow start. But, I mean, I love the way Braden Point, I call him the Calgary kid. I mean, he's every team would want a guy like that. So much speed,
absolutely.
so much cutback moves. He's got a great shot. He can play at high tempo, high pace, but it hasn't started the way he wants. But you know what? We're only a quarter of the way in, and we'll talk about it at the end of the year. Maybe he's the guy that turns it around and scores 50. You never know.
Yeah, he can carry you for a stretch, no doubt. Hey, last one. Just talk about Connor McDavid and watching the way he plays, and you've seen him grow from a #1 overall pick to being the most dominant player in the league, I think. When you watch him play, what jumps out at you?
Well, you know what? There's not many guys I've ever seen play, with that much skill. And I mean, I put him in the likes of Gretzky, Mario Lemieux. But there's a different factor to Connor McDavid that he brings to his game that those other guys didn't. It's pace. It's speed. Those guys are so smart, so good with the pucks, make so many moves. But Connor McDavid is like a rocket on the ice. He is so fast. I mean, he can change a game in exactly 1 second. And, the way the NHL is right now where you can't hook guys or hold guys, his pace of play, he's so fast on the ice that it's so much fun to watch. I mean, I watched him when he was like 8, 9, 10 years old growing up in Toronto. I went up to some tournaments and watched him play every game. He scored 4 or 5 goals. So I've known him since we were 10 years old. Watched him play. He was a phenomenal player back then. And I'm not surprised everything's doing the NHL. He's one of those guys where, well, I will tell you this. He signed a great deal in Edmonton for the next 3 years. But I will say this, if he doesn't win a Stanley Cup in the next 3 years with Edmonton, he will no longer be there. He will go somewhere else and get $20 million a year because that's what's going to happen.
First $20 million a year player.
Jeez. He's going to be the first hockey player to get $20 million. But you know what? There'll be teams lined up out the door to get him.
Worth every penny.
Because he's worth every penny. He'll only be maybe 29 or 30 because he's only 27 or 8 now. So, you know what? He's going to get a big deal if they don't win here. So, he took a bargain deal for Edmonton right now, but at the end of the day, he's not going to do that for more than 2 or 3 more years, and then he's going to move on and try to win a cup. I mean, that's what guys play for, winning Stanley Cups or Super Bowls or, World Series in baseball. That's what they all want, the NBA championship. But that's what those guys want. They can have all the gold medals, the Olympic gold medals, the 4 Nations Cup, World Junior stuff. But if you don't have your name on a Stanley Cup, a lot of those guys, their careers, they don't feel it's like Gretzky won 5, Mario Lemieux won 2 or 3. So you're talking about a guy, Bobby Orr won some. You're talking about guys that are like top 5 players of all time. Those guys have all won 5 or 6 or 7 Stanley Cups, and he hasn't got one.
Yeah, it seems weird. If his career ends and his name's not on that cup, something's going to be wrong with the game of hockey. The hockey gods want that name on the cup. It just won't be complete without it, to be sure. And a chance for Lightning fans here locally, if you don't have a ticket yet, get your ass online and get it to watch the Lightning tonight, first and foremost, and one of the greatest players of all time in Connor McDavid. You don't want to miss this show tonight. It's going to be fantastic. So, all right, Brad, it's great stuff as always, my friend. I'll see you tonight.
See you tonight, JP. Good show.
Love you, brother. Thousands of people watching right now, by the way. Go tell the PR staff. There are thousands. I see the numbers right now. Where thousands of people watching this show.
Nice.
They should know that.
I like it.
Because they know Brian Bradley's on. Love you, brother.
See you, JP.
You get him, JP. Go tell him.
Well, just trying to, just educate folks out there that might not know.
Make sure he spreads that word locally in the building.
Yes. Just, most people know, but some don't. So we just have to educate them about digital things are all about.
By the way, let me, on that note, you closed out with Brian. Who, in your opinion right now, is the best player to have never won a Stanley Cup?
Ooh,
that's a tough one, right?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Wow. I'm trying to think.
I mean,
I'd say, I think Connor McDavid is the
right
guy.
Now. Yeah, right.
I'm trying to think of some guys in the past. But typically, in the game today, it's definitely Connor McDavid.
Joe Thornton, Peter Stastny. I mean,
historically, I'd have to go. Yeah, those are some big names. It's interesting because most of the great players like Connor McDavid, if they're not winning at a certain place, they'll go find a place where they can win one, and have a better shot. We saw that with, Dave Andreychuk coming to the Lightning and being that piece in 2004 that put them over the top. So there's that's typically how it's worked. And at some point it will with Connor. I mean, God, how close did they come against Florida? And, it doesn't get any closer than that, really. So,
twice. Yeah.
It's deserving, obviously, but you got to put it all together, and it takes more than one guy or two guys, as it is with Draisaitl. But if you ever get an opportunity to watch them play live, you got to do it, and that's tonight at Emily Arena. Which, by the way, 7:30 puck drop on ESPN tonight. So we're keep that in mind. But don't meander. Get your ass in your seats. Don't be a late arriving crowd. We want to be ready to go at 7:30 when the puck drops. So. And of course, you don't want to miss my pregame show. I mean, I got clearly the best.
I mean, Ron Burgundy's is better, but yours is pretty good too.
I know. You know what? I finally got the clips of those. Should we play them tomorrow?
Yeah,
I got the clips of the Ron Burgundy just for fun. All right. Yeah, a day does not go by when I'm working where I don't have somebody walk up to me in that building and go, "Man, the Ron Burgundy thing is great." It's like, I guess I should do that. They don't like me, but they like JP Burgundy. That's great. Well, I'll do that. I don't care. Michael LaRue says, Cooper is back. Crozier, Hedman, and McDonough are all missing from the skate, but it looks like Nick Paul is good to go for tonight. The Bolts will need all the help they can get against Connor McDavid. Like I said, the Oilers' numbers are not good. They're not. They're just they're a less than 500 team right now. Which is and on the road, they're really not good. And they're struggling to keep the puck out of the net. So like tonight should be, I want to see a nice 7-5 Lightning win tonight. A couple of great moments from McDavid and Draisaitl and the boys. And then we just pile on with 7 goals. Hattie for Braden Point tonight. That'd be nice. Get him going. Nick Paul coming back. Maybe we'll get him a goal as well. Yeah. Douglas beat the hell out of somebody. That'll be fun.
This is kind of the time of the year for all the teams. If you've had a slow start to the season, and if you've carried it into now late November, you might be having more issues than just a slow start.
Yes. Yeah. So, but the Lightning are definitely picking it up. Love to see it. How about some fun with pictures from last night's Florida Sports Hall of Fame?
Let's do it.
All right, and do we have music for that? Maybe. Sure. Here we go. First pick. Here I am. Between the two of the 3 guys here, we've won 3 Super Bowls. So actually, I think Floyd only has 1. Between the 3 of us, we won a Natty, a Super Bowl, and as William Floyd said, bar none, these are two of the greatest fullbacks to ever play the game, by the way. That's William Floyd on the right. That's Mike Allstott in the middle, and that's some Yahoo on the left. But, yeah, Floyd was like, dude, let's go. I got to go get a picture with Allstott. He's the only chance we got to get a fullback into the Hall of Fame.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Which, yeah. You know, Allstott ran for over 5,000 yards, 71 touchdowns. I think he's got a case, as a fullback, because there are no true fullbacks in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
No,
I did not know that.
Well, as long as it was such an important position in football, you'd think, somebody.
Yeah. Right.
No,
but they just, it's hard. You're half offensive lineman, half running back, and so the numbers there's no numbers you can point to say, look at those. But I can say this, Mike Allstott has the most yards ever for a fullback. That should mean something, right? All right, there's my date in the middle.
Time, our greatest fullback that we had here in Dallas, of course, Daryl Johnston.
Was Moose, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he only went to 2 Pro Bowls. He's got 3 Super Bowls, and he cleared the way for Emmitt Smith to become the all-time leading rusher. But, I mean, he didn't even rush for 3,000 yards in his almost, 9-year career. So,
and how many touchdowns?
Daryl Johnston, 14.
That little play. Yeah, I had that little play in the flat where he'd lead, block, and then run by the guy and get him. But only 14. Yeah. Mike had 71 touchdowns.
Yeah.
All right, so the guy on the right there, you see the big O in the middle. The guy on the right there, that is Michael Alford. He is the athletic director at Florida State. Had a very interesting conversation last night with Michael Alford. We spoke for about 20 minutes. And much of it I cannot reveal. But he said, you can give background to the people. And okay. And here's the background. Everything I've been telling you is spot on. If they want to fire Mike Norvell, they have the money to do so. That is not a problem. If they want to. Now, there are people that, may not want to. Boosters and others that may not want to. So, it's not, just his decision to make. Obviously, there are a lot of people involved. And he smartly, as the man that will, obviously he is making the decision, but as that guy, as any smart manager does, he takes into consideration a lot of different things that are going on behind the scenes. So I have to be very careful here about what I say. All I want to let you folks know is what I've been telling you. They have a plan, and it's a good one. They have a plan, and it's a very good one. And I'm more confident than I've ever been that they're going to get this right. So if you're a Florida State fan, Michael Alford has done a tremendous job, and I know he's gotten a lot of heat from a lot of different people. But the facilities upgrades that he's been able to make, that stadium is absolutely the crown jewel of college football right now. And for what he had to work with, makes it even more amazing what they've been able to create there in terms of the premium seating and the revenue it's bringing in, and the other revenue issues that they are opportunities that they have coming up are even better. So as much shit as people want to talk about Florida State, this guy's in charge and he knows what he's doing. Trust me, he knows what he's doing. I mean, for God's sake, he worked for Jerry Jones for a long time. From a business standpoint, he knows marketing. He knows revenue. You can say all you want. And he ain't picking the players. He ain't trying to play GM like Jerry. Jerry's great at what? Business. And that's what Mike worked for the Cowboys in business. So he knows how to create revenue opportunities. And that's what this game is all about right now, folks, at least from an administrative standpoint. You need a guy that knows how to get revenue, get money. And he's done a hell of a job. Now, nothing changes overnight, but in terms of, navigating the world of the portal and NIL and everything else, I don't know if anybody's doing a better job than Michael Alford. And people may scoff at that, but I think he's been on the cutting edge. And the results prove it. Look at the stadium. Look at what he got done. Look at the new football facility. I mean, it's insanely good. And yes, have they won on the field the way they want to? No. Is the coaching situation where you want it right now? Nope, but it will be soon. It will be soon. So have some patience, just like we tell the USF folks. Have some patience. There's a lot of things that go into buyouts and changing coaches and hiring coaches and money and all this stuff. And everybody wants it fixed overnight. It just doesn't happen that way. And everybody wants the wording of the statements to be, tough and we're not putting up with this and we're better than this. I get it. Emotions come into it. I get it. But if you're the administrator and the one that's got to produce all this money and stuff, this is what you need to do. All right, quick break. When we come back, Joey Johnston's going to join us, USF sideline reporter, waiting in the wings, and we got to talk about his wonderful trip to Navy. The sights were beautiful. The game didn't end so much, but we'll talk about that and what's next for USF. Stay with us. It's the holiday season, so come visit the wonderland of jewelry at the Gold and Diamond Source with over 25 times the inventory and selection of the average jewelry store. Guys, get your shopping done early, and if you have no idea of the trends and styles that your lady wants, that's cool. The incredible staff led by Julie and Steve Weintraub and family will offer up some great ideas with no pressure. They offer everything for the first-time jewelry buyer to the most exquisite selection of museum-quality pieces. Enjoy a comfortable, relaxed atmosphere and experienced staff, geologists, jewelers, and designers for all your jewelry needs. From the luxurious jewelry boxes to their VIP customer care, there's many reasons to make sure it's a Gold and Diamond Source diamond. Keep it local this holiday season. Shop online anytime at goldendiamond.com or just come by their showroom at 3800 Overton Road and always online at goldendiamond.com. JP here for the Jeeves Law Group and my man, Scott Jeeves. If you're going to hire an attorney, do you want some guy looking for a quick settlement and a quick buck, or do you want an attorney with some chops? Scott is a board-certified civil trial lawyer and a certified circuit court mediator. Been practicing in the Tampa Bay area for over 30 years. He is a peer-reviewed AV preeminent-rated civil trial lawyer. They just don't hand out those classifications. He's been the lead class action counsel on many complex consumer protection cases and has handled hundreds of serious personal injury cases. He's dedicated his career to protecting injured victims and is committed to vigorously representing you. We're local, we're trusted, and we get results. Personal injury and personal attention. Call for a free case evaluation. That's 888-9-JEEVES. That's 888-9-JEEVES. The Jeeves Law Group. Welcome to Kingmakers, home of the JP Peterson Show studio and Tampa's premier business networking and social club for members only. By day, it's an exclusive, vibrant co-working space with a stylish conference room, focus rooms, a full production studio, and an in-house marketing team. And by night, Kingmakers transforms into a sports-centric social hub with a full sports bar, golf simulator, and exclusive events. For young entrepreneurs and seasoned professionals, it's the perfect place to work hard, play hard, and make big moves in Midtown Tampa. Close the deal, celebrate the win. Only at Kingmakers. Become a member today at kingmakerstampa.com. Your business, your club. Are you looking for an honest AC and plumbing company? I mean, that's like trying to find a humble Saints fan, right? Well, try my friends at Third Generation AC and Plumbing Services. Been in business since 1995 here locally. And listen to what one of their customers said. Quote, the gentleman providing the service was exceptional, on time, knowledgeable, professional, and experienced. He was efficient, cleaned up behind himself, and did the work expeditiously. He not only repaired a sink, he repaired our toilet that was constantly running. We have used this company several times. They are awesome. Says it all, folks. Testimonials really say it all. Call 813-961-8024 for honest, fast service. 813-961-8024 or thirdgenerationplumbing.com. We also do AC.
Ciao, Paolo Tini here, owner of Caffè Paradiso, voted number 3 People's Choice Award on Open Table. I want to thank all our loyal family of customers that have been enjoying our great traditional Italian dishes we make from scratch every day. It's a great family story we're proud of. Our family moved from Rimini, Italy in 1984. My dad, Caesar, started Donatello, and that's where I got the start in the restaurant business. I started Caffè Paradiso on South McDill in 1995, and we've been there ever since. From our traditional ossobuco, a veal slow roast for 4 hours, to our daily fresh catch, the Gruppo Paradiso, with a piccata sauce and lobster claw meat, homemade pasta like lasagna, farfalle salsicce salsiccia, which is a bow tie pasta homemade with fresh sausage. Hold on a minute, JP's favorite. I love it. So come and have a glass of wine with me on South McDill. Get a reservation on Open Table and see all our 5-star reviews. Ciao, see you soon at Paradiso.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at Italiano Insurance. It's that time to do that checkup. 813-877-7799. It's not what you make, folks. It's what you keep. And if you could save a lot of money with your auto insurance, homeowners insurance, all that, why not do it? Italiano Insurance, they do all the work. You save all the money. 813-877-7799, ItalianoInsurance.com. All right, let's welcome in your USF sideline reporter, longtime Tribune columnist and reporter, the great Joey Johnston, joining us here. What's up, Joey? How are you?
How you doing, JP? Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. I know it's been a bit since the letdown in Annapolis. Very entertaining game, fun to watch up and down the field, but woefully disappointing in the end. What's your overall thoughts of what you witnessed on Saturday up there in beautiful Annapolis?
Well, it wasn't a fluke. Navy outplayed USF. I think that's safe to say, and they did from the get-go. The original sin was the first half, falling behind 24-9. USF certainly picked up the pace in the second half, but you can't pick up the pace against a team like Navy. You got to get on top of them, and you find yourself deep in a game needing another possession or a stop or something, and it usually doesn't come. So that's where USF found itself. No margin for error in the second half. Just couldn't stop the long plays in the first quarter of 82 and 76 yards, for crying out loud, and then in the fourth quarter, a 64-yard touchdown run. So the defense just was not up to snuff. Byron Brown had a great game. The offense did move the ball, but the Bulls fall 41-38. You can look at a ton of things, including in the first half, a 4th and 1 where they gave it to the offensive lineman Cole Skinner, and he got nothing. I think Alex Golesh in his press conference, he obviously said he'd like to have that one back. I mean, I think when you hand it to the offensive lineman, it's great when it works. I think it's something to do when you're ahead. I don't know if it's something to do when you're behind. So it obviously didn't work, but that was just part of a tapestry of mistakes that USF made and falling just short. The Memphis game a few weeks earlier, I came away from that thinking USF was the better team, and they blew it. This game was more Navy outplayed them. USF just didn't have the answers at the right times, but all adds up to a couple of very difficult, close losses and an opportunity that simply does not come around every week or every year or maybe ever to be able to walk into your conference title game potentially and get a football playoff bid. That was manna from heaven, and USF has thrown that away, and there's no other way to say it.
Very succinctly and boldly put, Joey. And I've kind of had a little back and forth with a lot of USF fans this week, and I because I'm on Twitter as you are. I don't know how much you're on social media. It's a necessary evil that I have to do for my job. But I thought the fan response and the personal attacks on the coach, and I don't care if he leaves. It was a lot. It wasn't just a few people. It was a ton of the fan base. And I think there's been instances where there's overreaction, and when in a situation where you're really trying to hold on to your coach, watching the fan base torch him unmercifully on social media, I just don't think it was a really good look. And every fan base does it. I get it. But what are your thoughts on that? It got so bad, even the Oracle wrote a story about this in the student newspaper, and I just like to get your thoughts.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the personal attacks, obviously, but I do know that football and football coaches, they're all, subject to second guessing. I mean, we've seen it with Todd Bowles, with Tony Dungy, with John Gruden, with John McKay, for crying out loud. I mean, and every football coach, Steve Spurrier, Bobby Bowden, they were all second guessed for things they did, and the fans hated them. That's just the nature of it, and you're 1 week away, one win away from changing that conversation. But I think, and maybe, I don't know if it's unrealistic expectations, but I think, I don't know that USF is entitled to a college football playoff bid, but it was right there in front of them. And I think, that being pulled away is painful, and the fans have to take out their wrath on somebody, and it just happened to be the head coach. But the long and short of it is, Alex Golesh is a good coach. If you don't think this program has improved 1,000% since the day you walked in, you're not paying attention, because it has really perfect. Absolutely not. Did they blow a big opportunity? Absolutely. But the program is going in a much better direction.
He might need to pop out and back in, JP.
Hey, Joey, your audio is failing a little bit. Can you pop out and come back in? Reset. Let's reset on 4th and 1 here. As Alex Golesh wanted to do, reset on 4th and 1. And by the way, he's run that play before, and it's worked at the goal line in other situations.
Right.
But, 4th and 1 with the big old quarterback like that, sometimes just sneaking that ball is the best. When you turn around and hand it, you give that split second for the defense to kind of reset and penetrate. And that's what happened in a short go like that. Maybe it's better served to just take it yourself, Byron Brown. All right, Joey's back. All right, so UAB coming up this week, and obviously there's been chatter, and there's going to be chatter about Golesh going places. Oklahoma State, I think he is the one that's been rumored the most. How does this team focus in on UAB? And there's still a lot left for this team to accomplish a 10-win season, a nice bowl game. All that is still on the table. How focused can they be after such a disappointing loss this week?
Well, it's going to be a big test to their leadership and their resolve for sure. I mean, they're saying they're going to click it back in, and they can't wait to get back on the field. We're going to see that on Saturday against UAB. Certainly a team they're going to be heavily favored to defeat. I do like the leadership of the team. I think it's strong. I think they are together, and they still believe in their coaching staff. But we got to see it on the field. But I do believe that USF is fully capable of getting the 10 wins, winning a bowl game, and all of that. That being said, you're a human being. It hurts to college football playoffs. One thing for me, it's the conference title. That's the
No, not working.
No.
All right, Joey, thanks, man. I appreciate you. I'm going to text him and say that it's not working today. We appreciate him coming on, though. So go ahead, take it for a second here, my friend, while I text him. I can't do things at one time.
Yeah, and you know what? I'll say this. I meant to say this. I think yesterday I saw this comment by somebody when you were being lambasted or lambasted, whatever part of the country you're in where you pronounce that word. Somebody asked on the chat yesterday how you can be a fan of a school you didn't go to, or maybe that you don't have. I think that was the exact wording was, if you didn't go to the school, how can you be a fan, or you're not an alum or something? I forgot how it was specifically worded. And I think for USF fans, especially if you're in Tampa, the Tampa Bay area, it's a local program. It's a local school. You cheer for local teams. I mean, at least that's how my mindset is. And I've kind of been the czar of fandom on certain radio stations I've worked for and different outlets I've been at, and taking away people's fan cards for things like that. For instance, JP, you and I have talked about kids growing up being fans of teams outside of their city, and we blame that on the parents, and they become fans of a person, not necessarily a team.
A team.
But
yeah.
I believe it's local, man. Like here in the North Texas area, I'm a fan of SMU. I didn't go to SMU. I'm a fan of TCU. I didn't go to TCU. I'm within 20 miles of both campuses, though. North Texas, obviously, right down the road. I'm a fan of North Texas just because they're local, and I like to go to the games. Baylor's 40 miles to my south. I support the Texas teams other than the Longhorns, by the way, because gig 'em. But to me, that's what it is. It can be, if I move to an area, if I move to Tampa, I'm going to be a fan of USF because they're right there, and I don't understand that argument that you can't be a fan of something like you, JP. You can't be a supporter. No. You can't be a fan just because you didn't go to the school. This is sports. And yes, it's college sports, and JP has his rooting interest at his school, but unless they're playing each other, He can be a fan of USF too, or whoever he wants. UCF, anybody, just not FAU.
Yeah, it's not FAU. All right, we'll try Joey one more time. I see you pop back in. We'll see if we'll see. Oh, that sounds better. I think I can hear you now. Yeah.
All right. Can you hear me?
That's better. Yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes,
well,
so
shoot.
much better.
We're very resilient today, I guess.
Our second half is so much better than our first, just like in Navy.
Yeah.
So I saw yesterday Byron Brown. They're finally touting him for the Heisman, and I've been trying to do this for a while. His numbers are certainly up there. I know it's a long shot, and now the loss to Navy really, really hurts, obviously, from a national perspective. But let's give him his flowers. His numbers are certainly worthy of a trip to New York as a finalist. Do you think?
Yes, but I don't look for it to happen. It's as you probably know, the Heisman's such a momentum thing, and if you're not front and center by this point, you're probably not going to be. I think the favorites are already starting to line up. I think conventional thinking is the Big Ten championship game is going to be the decider between the Ohio State quarterback and the Indiana quarterback. I think that's where it's probably going to go, because it's like a game of follow the leader. Whoever the loudest national voices are touting, usually everybody follows with that. But there's no question Byron Brown's having an incredible year. I love the thing he's going to accomplish. And thousands, only the 12th, I should say. So, and these are that list includes 4 Heisman winners and eight guys who finished in the top 3 of the Heisman. So, Byron Brown's numbers are going to be on a list that's going to be extremely exclusive. So he has emerged from a season in which he was hurt and people weren't sure what they were going to get, to having one of the best, maybe the best season of any USF quarterback ever. So what his future is, who knows? Nobody knows. Maybe he knows. I don't know. But we're going to stand where our feet are, and the season he's having is absolutely sensational.
Unbelievable. All right, last question. UAB, Trent Dilfer was fired. They've been up and down. They upset Memphis, I think, at some point this year. Is this a get back game where this team can roll? It's going to be tough. I know.
Trouble hearing you.
All right, you're having trouble hearing me. Okay. Can you hear me now? All right, we're gonna bail. We're gonna bail. It's just not working. What? Yeah, we're gonna just bail on it.
Abort.
Thanks.
Abort. Yeah. Driving through that tunnel.
Yeah. It's sometimes technology. It's just not what it should be at times.
No.
All right. Yeah. So as we went back and forth, yeah, you can be a fan of the team. And listen, I don't profess to be as emotionally involved as USF fans and people that win. I'm not saying that I am. I'm just saying I want to support the program. And I see a lot of people that want to support the program that, if you don't support it exactly the way people want you to, then, you're attacked unmercifully. And that drives people away. So, let's all get on the bandwagon together. And there's, again, I still want to support, just because they're not going to playoff, that's fine. This could be a hell of a season and a complete and a still build season. But that now the question is going to continue to go over your head. Where's Golesh going to go? And let's hope that he stays.
This matchup with UAB is going to be a get right game for USF for sure. UAB just got obliterated last week by North Texas. Mid 50s. I don't remember what the exact score was, but like 55-22 or something like that. Very close to that. And USF's got nearly the firepower. I think more than the firepower North Texas does, especially head to head apparently. But if anything, this will be a get right before you close out the season. Maybe it'll halt the discussions of him leaving and then pull some of these fans off the ledge, about Golesh leaving, or hopefully about the criticism of him, because they could put up 60 or 70 on UAB, and I think that would hush a lot of people up.
Yeah. But I understand the disappointment. I totally do. That was trust me, if you're an FSU fan, you've been through it. If you're a Florida fan, you've been through it. All of it. We've all been through the heartbreak. It's one of the good times are so good. And it's all part of being a fan. But we also have to understand that it's, you want to keep everything going in the right direction, and you want to circle the wagons when you lose games like that, not break apart. That's how you build your program.
By the way, Jalen Kitna over at UAB might be just about the equivalent of his dad in quarterback
really?
terms. Yeah, Jalen Kitna is son of John Kitna. He's the quarterback at UAB. He's not very good, buddy.
Not very good.
He's just not very good.
He's had a couple of sons play quarterback, I think, now in college. Rick says USF has replaced Stu in JP's head from one addiction to another. No, I love USF. I love USF. Love them. All right, what else we got here in the chat today as we get to some of this? Good morning to you, Nathan Elliott and more Right Rudder. Thanks for jumping in, all of you guys. Kenneth McClary. Yeah, I know it hurt your ears. I apologize, guys. Joel Forsland says, didn't think I'd hear man meat on today's broadcast.
Hey, you never know what you're going to get.
You never know what you're going to get. Bucs Basement, good morning to you, says the NFC South champion is like a consolation prize in the playoffs. Yeah, you get there, but is any of the wildcard teams worried about facing you? The answer is no, definitely not the Rams or Seahawks. Hey, listen, let's wait to see what this Bucs team looks like when we get to the playoffs. Could be a hell of a lot better. Could be a hell of a lot worse.
Yeah.
May not even make the playoffs, but listen, don't throw the season away. For those that are all, we suck. We're not going to be a playoff team. Bowls can't get anything done. You may be right. You may be absolutely right. But I'm interested to watch the whole damn thing play out, frankly. Joel Forsland says,
I hate that.
No, it's just not.
It's not a good way.
Has any other team in the NFC South had a winning record the last 4 years while we've been? No. I'm pretty sure no. Because last year the Falcons lost on the last 2 weekends, right? So they finished 8-9, I think. If you want to double check me on that.
Yeah.
Bantry, good morning to you, says, curious as to who you think is going to come in as a new head coach and complete new staff and immediately change everything. You talking about FSU? FSU? If that's your Bantry, let me know. And if you are, I'll answer that question. I have a pretty good idea of who it might be, but I can't tell you. All I can tell you is.
Go ahead.
All I can tell you is Michael Alford has a plan, and he has a very good plan.
You've got a lot of faith in Alford, don't you?
I do.
You're trusting him like you trust Light with the Bucs. I'm hearing the same type of sentiment.
Yeah, and listen, and I'm not here to say that every decision they've made has been perfect. I'm just here to tell you, and I know this not just from talking to Michael Alford, but from talking to other big-time boosters who happen to be, it's interesting. For 40 years, I've been covering Florida State University. And the people that are pulling the strings right now, a lot of them, I've known for 40 years. They've gotten really rich, and they support the program. What the hell happened to my financial? But anyway, so I know who these people are, and I know I've known them for a long time. And I know, and especially after the conversation I had with Michael last night, I've never been more confident in the direction of this program. Now, that doesn't mean to say that it's going to happen overnight. And it doesn't mean to say that everything he wants to happen will happen. He has bosses too. He has people that he has to answer to. He can't just do whatever the hell he wants. I wish he could. But that's not the way this thing works, nor should it, frankly. But I think I will say this, so much of the criticism of him is completely misplaced. And I said to him, does that piss you off? He's like, no, it's just part of the deal.
Yeah.
I said, when you read stuff or hear stuff that you know is completely off base, I mean, it doesn't get you. He goes, yeah, of course it, but he just smiled and goes, I know what I'm doing. Not in a cocky way. It's more like I know what's going on, so it doesn't bother me. And a lot of the negative chatter really doesn't matter if you get it right. Mm-hmm. So I know everybody wants names. They want it all. But all I can tell you is, and it's like with Jason Light, is like we can sit here and criticize, oh, you didn't make any moves at the deadline. We don't know what the cost was for Jalen Phillips for the Bucs. I mean, it could be different for different. We know it was for the Eagles. And it was, it may have been a deal that I would make. He's played pretty well for them. A lot of the guys that have been traded, Ian Rappaport had a little, I think I may have retweeted it. Here it just disappeared. Jalen Phillips has had 1.5 since coming over to the Eagles. He's had 1.5 sacks. He's done very well. And some of the other guys that have been traded, Sauce Gardner, he went down the whole list, and a lot of them are making a big impact. But again, and that doesn't mean that Jason Light did the right thing. It doesn't mean he did the right thing. What I'm saying is it's hard to criticize when we don't have all the facts. I wanted him to make a move. I wanted an inside linebacker. I wanted maybe some edge help. I wanted maybe a receiver. But, and by the way, the Saints released, what's his name?
Brandon Cooks.
Brandon Cooks. Is that someone who the Bucs should go pick up?
Nope.
Timmy says no.
Nope. Brandon Cooks hasn't had anything for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
Don't forget he was in Dallas before he was cut and went to the Saints. So no, Brandon Cooks is toast.
We're running low though. Is he better than Ryan Miller?
No.
Really? I mean, no disrespect for Ryan, but
no.
I don't know. But again, it's hard to criticize when we don't have all the information. But it looks like these guys that have been traded, some of them are doing really, really well. Quinnen Williams certainly looked good the other night. More right Rudder says, I really don't know, but I personally think they're waiting to bring Bucky back for the late season, postseason run. That seems right. I mean, especially when you got Sean Tucker, why would you hurry Bucky back? I wouldn't put him on a 5.5 hour plane ride both ways. That doesn't help any injury situation, especially if there's an illness running around the team. No. And it just, I know 6-5, we were 5-1. I get it, Tim. But did we not just see this coming when the schedule came out? Like the Bucs are right where they need to be. They're not, they're not behind the 8 ball. They're in good position. Get these players back. You have you'll be favored in most every game. Doesn't mean you're going to win them. Nothing's a guarantee. But the doom and gloom, I just don't get. Yes, I would love to have our A roster. This is effing football. This is the way it happens. So suck it up, just like the players have to do. And you're going to have to eat one on Sunday night and watch your team get embarrassed, maybe. That might very well happen. It's one game, 6-5. We got 6 left. Let's go get them. You get 5. If you go 5-1, you win 11 games and you're in the playoffs and maybe starting to get really healthy. So, yeah. And you might just go in there and steal one. It's like, for me, if I'm Todd Bowles, I'm like, hey, we're playing with house money this week. Let's go have some fun in LA and kick some ass. Let's go. If we don't win, fine. We'll come back. We'll regroup and get ready to go for this stretch run. Yeah. James, good morning to you. Says all the couch GMs saying stay home. We don't need to win. It's okay. Seriously, this is stunning. What am I hearing? What I just said. It's a marathon, bro. You want to start your kick in the up Heartbreak Hill in the middle of the Boston Marathon? No, that's dumb. And nobody's saying leave healthy players home and just capitulate. That's not what we're saying. It's like if guys are on the ledge, let's take what we got, go to LA, have some fun, see what happens. But would you really like to push somebody back from injury to go win a game that's going to be a tough slog? Just got to be smart, manage it. Nathan Elliott says, hey, I'm not a couch GM here in Braden, Kentucky, just playing with everyone who says the Bucs can't win. Everyone who says it's going to be a bloodbath. Hey, it just might be. You know, I'll tell you what, I ain't betting on the Bucs this week, and they proved me wrong before. Bucs says I've already taken the parlay of Stafford over yards and Rams over points. It's basically free money. Yep. Anybody who ever says free money usually ends up.
You guys are just brutal this week. I don't understand it. I don't see it at all like any of you see it.
Yeah.
I mean,
how do you see it?
I don't think the Rams are as good as everybody thinks they are.
Really?
Matt Stafford is one hit away from leaving the game on every single snap. First of all.
Everybody is.
I love Matt Stafford. He's a Dallas kid. He went to Highland Park High School. I remember watching him and Clayton Kershaw play.
You know where he was born?
Where? In Florida?
Tampa.
Was he?
Yeah, born in Tampa. St.
But-
Joe's Hospital, just like my kids.
But, clearly there's something in the water about athletes. at
Yeah,
St. Joe's
baby.
Hospital.
Yes.
And look, I'm not saying the Rams aren't good. I don't think what they're doing right now is sustainable. They're due.
The Rams?
They're due. Yeah, the Rams. Yeah, I think they are due for a letdown, and the Bucs are the right team to do it. I mean, now are the Bucs going to win for? Well, no, I don't know who's going to win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any stretch. I don't see that happening at all. This is exactly the kind of game that the Bucs put together on the road, going to the other coast, and they surprise everybody. I would not be surprised to see the Bucs leading early in the fourth quarter of this game.
Yeah,
that means Stafford won't lead them on a game-winning drive. You know, maybe.
Did you watch that defense last week against Buffalo?
Yes, I did watch it. But again, man, look
did you
at
watch
this
it against
team.
the Patriots?
Look at this team over the season. They're up and down. Where are they at now? They're down. Yeah. They're due for an up game. And this is exactly the kind of game against a team that is supposed to mop the floor with you, where they come back and they make a statement. Hey, we're not as dead as everybody thinks.
Okay.
I think Baker's got that in him. I think Grizzard has that in him. Play calling. Grizzard has not had a good month play calling. It's time for a bounce back.
Okay, so you're in the bounce back theory. All right,
I'm in the bounce back theory right now with this team.
Nathan Elliott says I've been called Eddie Haskell many times. Yeah,
doesn't surprise anyone.
A couple of Eddie Haskell fans out there. Yeah,
heck yeah.
Roy Wright Drutter says thoughts on Sean Tucker's quote. I am pleased with my performance. Tweet. I've seen some Buck fans who were not impressed. Yeah, that didn't go over well.
I thought that meant pissed.
Is it pissed?
Completely wrong.
That's an L.
Yeah, I know, but the 2 4s, the numbers confuse me when they show up in words. I don't ever know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like the 6-7 thing. What does it mean? Nothing.
Well,
then why are we doing it? Has a hidden meaning? Stupid. No, it doesn't have a hidden meaning. It's just like, hey, I know about 6-7. Oh, you do too? I didn't think it was great. When you lose a game to say you're pleased with your performance. But look, I mean, if you were Sean Tucker, wouldn't you be a little frustrated? It's like I asked him, like, you need good running backs. It's part of the process. You see how certain guys are playing you, maybe on the outside, how you set up guys for different moves that you're going to make. You need the data. If you're not getting the carries, you can't get even if you're watching the other guys, they're going to play it differently. And his speed and his burst allow him to do things that other running backs can't do, namely Rachaad White.
Yeah.
So I think you feed Sean Tucker this week. Feed him. You know, and if you're going to beat the Rams, you got to run the football and keep their offense off the field and demoralize them a little bit. Yeah, I love that idea.
Sean Tucker may have another 250-yard game.
Yeah, I'd love to see that. Rick says babies don't play 10 yards off the candy and get off the blocks. That's what referring to my candy from a baby analogy. John Hill says green tea effects on the kidneys are generally considered plus. due to its
Green
high
tea.
antioxidant content. Antioxidant content.
Yeah, green tea
is the
to me.
caffeine in green tea.
Green tea does not exist. That's disgusting. No, the only kind of tea is whatever regular tea. Is it brown tea? Whatever.
What do you mean green tea doesn't exist?
I don't know what the hell green tea is. If it's no, I'm out.
You don't know what green tea is?
No. Why is it green? Has it got lettuce in it?
Because it's high in antioxidants. No. Green tea, it's a wonderful elixir.
Do they make iced tea out of green tea when you go to a restaurant? No, they make it out of the real tea. That's the only tea that exists. I don't know what that green tea garbage is, but if you're going to, you know what? Go mix up some kale in a blender and just drink that if you're going to be drinking green whatever tea. No, I'm out.
Joe Forsland says, good thing Bowles said he's going to go with the hot hand at running back. That's Tucker now, right? Yeah, it is. So let's see if that happens. Kenneth McClary says, I got a question. I see that the Saints let go Brandon Cooks. Yeah, Timmy doesn't like him.
No.
Timmy doesn't like him.
Don't waste your time. Brandon Cooks and green tea. Get out of my life.
John Hill says Wednesday was the 72nd birthday of Dewey Selman, the second draft pick by the Bucs in 1976. Played 7 seasons with the Bucs. Happy belated birthday, Dewey. Yeah, another great guy too. Another great guy, Dewey Selman. Yeah, the Selman brothers. What a great start to a franchise. Great. His life story, the Selman brothers' life story. If you haven't read it or learned about it, I mean, those were the 3 brothers that played at Oklahoma, but I think there were like 11 siblings. Like incredible story. And they all were highly educated, incredibly, grew up in poverty, but all highly educated and became incredibly successful.
I think Barry Switzer recruited all of them too.
Yeah. Christopher Cole says everyone was saying the Seahawks were going to destroy the Bucs. Look what happened. I don't remember everybody saying they were going to destroy the Bucs.
Oh, I do. I do. That. It was very similar to what's happening this week. I remember that.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember that.
You weren't necessarily on that side of the fence, but no, from a fan standpoint, dude, that's all we heard.
Interesting. John Hill also says Bucky was walking on the Tampa Riverwalk yesterday. Don't think he will play. Well, if he's walking on the Riverwalk, why won't he play? No, I don't think he's going to play though. I saw him in the cafeteria yesterday, the Bucs cafeteria, and the fish smelled wonderful. By the way, I wonder if he was having the fish. I don't like a fishy smell. Do you like I'm with people when you smell fish? Like good fish doesn't smell fishy.
Yeah, well, if it's cooked good, either grilled or fried. I love the smell of fried fish. Like I love the smell of catfish if it's cooked.
Yeah. Oh,
if fish stinks, catfish, you probably shouldn't eat it.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. There was kind of a fishy smell there in the cafeteria. It's the other thing. Like if you bring fish into work and put it in the microwave, that is a faux pas.
No, fish doesn't belong in a microwave at any point of its existence.
Yeah, especially smelling up the whole office.
No.
FYI, that is a faux pas.
Yeah.
Nathan Elliott says to Christopher Cole, that Seahawks team is not this Rams. The Rams are way better than the Seahawks. I also do not think the Bucs would beat the Seahawks if they were playing this weekend. Yeah, maybe not with all these injuries. Well, look, we saw the Rams and Seahawks play last week. The Seahawks turned it over 4 times, and it was still the Rams still needed a late field goal to win, right? Yeah. Rick, regarding the Wirfs video jumping out of the pool, Wirfs is Shamu breaching that pool. Yeah. It's still one of the most incredible things I've ever seen in my life.
Crazy.
Michael LaRue says, Cooper is back. Crozier, Hedman, and McDonough are all missing from the skate. Yeah, we got that from Brian Bradley. But Coop is back, and that's good to hear. Had some personal issues, but he's back. Dave Moore said that when we were on the Buccaneer fan cruise, he also said he walked into the women's restroom by accident. It was a funny story that he shared with us. Have you ever done that? Walked into a woman's restroom by accident?
Oh, yeah. I've walked, especially like at an airport.
Yeah.
I'll walk in and not, thankfully, a couple of times I've done it, they've been empty. But your first indication that you're in the wrong spot is when you can't find a urinal. right? Like I walk into a bathroom, I turn a corner and I start looking for urinals and both sides of the wall are just lined with stalls. And you're like, okay, I might be in the wrong. Or I've done it at Walmart. Like if you go to a Walmart, because there's no doors, there's just you walk around a corner. Yeah, that's the worst feeling. Like, where are the urinals?
Yeah, I was at a very exclusive country club, and we had driven up to Ocala, and we get off the bus, and I really had to go use the restroom. So I asked the guy in the pro shop, "Where's the restroom?" He says, "Oh, it's down the hall on the left." So I go down the hall and I see looks like a bathroom door, and I go right in. There's an emblem on it, and I run in there and I take care of the business. And I come out and I go to wash my hands and I look down and I'm like, okay, I'm either in a restroom in Minnesota. I know that's not true. Or I'm in the ladies' room because there's tampons right there and sanitary napkins or whatever the hell they are. And I was like, oh shit, look around. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the ladies' room.
Have you ever been confused by the signs on the back? Like it sounds like you were in that situation where you can't tell which one means men and which one means women.
I went so fast. Yeah.
There is a bar, and like that's usually like at Mexican restaurants. I'll run in and they just got something weird. I don't understand what they are, but like a picture of a bull and a picture of a steer or something like. But there's a bar in downtown Dallas that I've been to that has the absolute greatest bathroom indicator signs that I've ever seen anywhere. One door has a picture of Bruce Jenner. The other door has a picture of Caitlyn Jenner.
Well, now we're really confused. That's good, though. That's really good.
It took me a minute. I'm like, I like that Bruce Jenner, so I'm going in that door.
And the bad part about it, I'm like, oh crap, I got to get out of here. So I go walking towards the door, and I'm like, at least I didn't get caught. And as soon as I get to the door, some lady's walking in, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. I just didn't see the sign. She's like, who the hell are you? And I'm like, yeah, but I wouldn't go in there for.
Don't you know who I am?
Do not go in there.
Do not go in there.
Paul M says, I'm in the DR for winter ball, and Hunter Biggie's playing lights out for the Santiago Aguilas.
There you go.
Good to know. Maybe we will get something out of that Paredes trade. Come on, Hunter Biggie. We need you. Chris Morrell is no more, thank God.
JP's walking out of the bathroom. Everybody's looking at him crazy, and all you hear is...
Oh, Lonnie Wilkinson flying down tomorrow to spend the holiday with family in Indian Rocks. Can't wait. Oh, come on down, Lonnie. Yes, absolutely. Come on by the studio. Good to have you. If you want to take a day, come on by. We'll love to host you. Lonnie says he's debating catching a Bolts game next. There's no debate. Get your ass over to the arena. Let's go. Kenneth McClary said, I didn't play for the Buccaneers, but I'm a fan of the Tampa Bay Bucs, just like I didn't go to FSU, but I'm a fan of FSU. Yeah, you could be a fan of the team. Like what fan base says, we don't want you unless you went to our school to be a fan? Like, I don't know. Greg DeCruz, good morning to you, said the year Bucs won Super Bowl, they didn't win their division. If you make the playoffs, there's a chance. Yeah, absolutely. Wild cards have won the Super Bowl. The Chiefs did it. The Bucs did it. I think the Patriots won a Super Bowl as a wild card one time as well.
I think both times the Giants beat the Patriots, they were a wild card in the Super Bowl.
I believe you are correct. Greg also says the Bucs play 3 games in 11 days, starting with the Cards game, so I doubt they will bring their injured guys back until the Atlanta game. Maybe. I think they're going to come back when they can really play, when they're really, really ready to play. I don't think they're going to try to rush it at all. What else? All right, let's take a break. We'll come back on the other side, and I want to get into a couple other things Rays related. Trop renovations. Rob Manfred spoke about the new stadium as well, so we'll give you an update on that. And whatever you guys want to bring to the table, any questions, comments, bring them into the comments. You can do that on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the X Machine. You can do it all there. We'll take a quick break and come back on the other side. Stay with us. Hey, JP here for my concierge medical professional, Chris Lugo, PA. You've heard him on the show for a couple of years where he shares invaluable medical, nutritional, and supplement advice. With Chris, it's like having a medical provider as your best friend. What I love about this concierge service is the convenience and support he offers. I can text or call him 24/7 with any questions or concerns, and he'll promptly call in a prescription if needed. No office visits or copays required. It gives me peace of mind knowing I have someone genuinely invested in my health, not just focused on insurance profits. And the best part, the Bay Area Modern Medical Center's personal concierge service is more affordable than you might think. Don't let insurance companies dictate your health care. Take control of your health and wellness today. Visit BAMMC.com for more information and to schedule your initial free consultation. Empower yourself and take charge of your personal health with BAMMC.com. Experience the art of driving at Genesis of Tampa, where luxury meets innovation and every detail is crafted for you. From the bold G70 to the refined GV80, Genesis delivers power, elegance, and technology years ahead of its time. Book service online, and our Genesis Experience advisors will pick you up and drop off your vehicle. If available, you can enjoy a courtesy car while yours gets a complimentary interior vacuum plus a generous offer for your trade. Every new Genesis comes with the Miracle Advantage Plan, 10 years or 250,000 miles of powertrain warranty and 4 years of complimentary maintenance. Visit us at 801 East Bears Avenue or online at genesisoftampa.com. Genesis of Tampa, luxury redefined. Italiano Insurance would like to congratulate the Bucs on their 50th anniversary season. And you know what? We've been here for every season and then some, over 60 years in business. We've seen some smart coaches with great game plans, but if you don't have flood insurance or business insurance, that's a terrible game plan. That could ruin you financially. You don't want to take that L. So call 813-877-7799 and let their friendly agents quarterback your insurance and save you big money. Italiano also sponsors our FSU report every week, so go Noles! 813-877-7799 or go to italianoinsurance.com. Although it may seem tempting to go without health care insurance, the financial risk far outweighs the gain you may experience. For example, did you know if you simply broke your leg, it could cost you nearly $7,500? Put on top of that a hospital stay, you could be looking at $10,000 to $15,000. Ensuring that you don't go uncovered is so important, as according to CNBC, high medical bills are the highest contributing factor to why Americans end up taking money out of their retirement savings, or worse, find themselves filing bankruptcy. So go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. Now, depending on your income, you can get plans for zero premium. Our experts will guide you through the process effortlessly. They will shop many plans and find the one that's right for you. I called and I have full health coverage through Florida Blue for zero monthly premium. It's a free call. So why go uncovered? It's a huge risk. Go to don'tgouncovered.com or call 800-669-1505. That's 800-669-1505. Are you looking for an honest AC and plumbing company? I mean, that's like trying to find a humble Saints fan, right? Well, try my friends at Third Generation AC and Plumbing Services. Been in business since 1995 here locally. And listen to what one of their customers said. Quote, the gentleman providing the service was exceptional, on time, knowledgeable, professional, and experienced. He was efficient, cleaned up behind himself, and did the work expeditiously. He not only repaired a sink, he repaired our toilet that was constantly running. We have used this company several times. They are awesome. Says it all, folks. Testimonials really say it all. Call 813-961-8024 for honest, fast service. 813-961-8024 or thirdgenerationplumbing.com. We also do AC.
Let's go. Right now, back to the show on FanStream Sports.
All right, welcome back to the JP Peterson Show, brought to you by the great folks at the Gold and Diamond Source. Holiday shopping is already underway, folks, and no better place than the Gold and Diamond Source. They have an incredible showroom, like 5-6 times the size of the normal jewelry stores you go into. All that inventory, all that selection is all there for you. It is a great family-owned company. Julie and Steve Weintraub, great benefactors in this local area with their great charities, Hands Across the Bay, that Julie has stewarded for a long, long time, and they do great work. So we love the Golden Diamond Source. You're going to get a great, great shopping experience. It is a local company. You're going to save money. They got great deals going on all the time. So head on over there to the Golden Diamond Source, about 15, 20 minutes from downtown Tampa, just across the bridge. So head on over. Tell them JP sent you. All right, a couple other quick notes here. Phil Rollerson says, who thinks you can only be a fan if you've attended the school? I was an FSU fan when I was 12, and I'm guessing you weren't quite enrolled yet. Besides, I can't catch the HCC football games up here in North Florida. Oh, I think that was a shot at USF. That's not nice. Daniel Rivera, good morning to you, said, did you see Rob Manfred's quote in the Times yesterday about the trial? I did. In fact, I will read it to you right now from Mark Topkin, who I saw last night. Topper was at the Sports Hall of Fame induction ceremony last night. He accepted posthumously the award to Dave Wills, radio play-by-play man, who was inducted into the Florida Sports Hall of Fame last night. And they did a little sit-down interview, Pam Oliver and Mark Topkin, and I thought Mark did a fantastic job really encapsulating the life of the great Dave Wills and what he meant to Rays fans and the people that work with him. Really well done. Well done, Mr. Topkin. Here is the quote. He said from Manfred, most important update with the Rays is we are doing really well with the respect to the renovations at the Trop. I think they only have 2 roof panels left. I believe that they expect the roof to be dried out the first week in December, which is really important milestone for us. There's going to be new turf and padding on the walls around the field, new flooring throughout, renovations of the suites, the seating areas. He said all the air quality tests have come back fine, so we are pleased with the progress. So, and when asked about the new stadium, he said, with respect to the go-forward issue, Patrick and his group are hard at work getting the lay of the land in the Tampa Bay region to find out what their options are. There was some scuttlebutt the other day that it's down to the Rocky Point golf course site and the HCC site. And I was kind of told that the Rocky Point thing is a backup in case HCC thing has issues, which is nice. I think that's a good way to approach it. So I saw some stuff online about the Derby Lane site, which is well over 100 acres and just over the Gandy Bridge, which, again, it's in Pinellas County. I don't think that's what Major League Baseball is looking for. That's why they went through all this process of forcing Stu to sell the team and pick this particular group to take it over. So I think this is all in Major League Baseball's hands, ultimately at their direction, and now in the hands of Patrick Zalupski and Mr. Cosgrove and Ken Babby, and they are working diligently to get this done, hoping for a vote in January, February from the city council.
So, JP, you know how sometimes quotes can get lost in translation when it's just read or written on paper?
Yes, sir.
So this Manfred quote about the air quality at the Trop, do you think when asked, so Mr. Manfred, how's the air quality at the Trop? Do you think he went, it's fine? Or do you think he went, oh, it's fine? Because I'm thinking
he said specifically the air quality tests have come back fine.
Fine. Right. Exactly. They're fine. So are they just fine? Or are they fine? Because there's a huge difference.
Fine.
That's just what goes through my head. He didn't say they're good. He said they're fine.
They're below the allowable limits for black mold getting into your lungs.
All right.
Is that what he should have said?
Probably. You should have used the word good.
Did it smell like fish? Did he smell like fish?
Craps.
Does it smell like fish in there?
Smells like dugout water.
Robert Brooks says, I fixed fried catfish for dinner last night. Also grits and fried okra.
Dude, that sounds like an amazing dinner right there. I love me some good grits. Cheese grits. Cheese grits. Got to be cheese. Cheese grits are better than grits. I don't ever put cheese in my grits. I'm a Louisiana boy. We're not allowed to do that. Put shrimp in our grits.
Really?
Oh, shrimp and grits.
I've had plenty of great cheese grips on in the Garden District because I don't go to Bourbon Street. Michael LaRue says John Cooper said Victor Hedman could miss a couple more weeks. It's no good. It's no good. But everybody's missing a lot of injured guys. Another quick comment or topic I wanted to hit. Across sports, injuries at an epic level.
Mm-hmm.
Never seen more injuries for the Bucs. Their sheet is 18, 20 players long every week. NFL across the board, so many injuries. Is there going to be a point where we're so fast and so big that the game of football becomes just a nonstop list of casualties every week?
Like it used to be when it first
at
started.
Some point there's like we reach critical mass, like pun intended.
Well, I mean, remember when football, JP, you and I are old enough to remember when football first started back in the late 1800s. I mean, you had guys dying on the football field every time a game was played,
That's true. If you go look at history, the sport was banned for a while because there were so many people dying when they played it. Yeah, that was a thing. And somebody came up with leather helmets, and this is why we have all the rules we have today. Because
somebody decided it's a bad idea to tackle with your head first. They said tackle with your shoulder instead of your head. How many years that took?
Rick says JP walking out of a women's bathroom. The lady says, "Not you again." Daniel asks about the Rocky Point site. I don't like it. It's it's just tucked in right there next to the expressway and the airport. I don't love it, but if it's on the right side of the bay, so it's better than not. And by the way, if a site like that, people are like, oh, there's only one surface road. Well, obviously, if they choose that site, they're going to make off ramps that go directly to the parking that you're going to have at the site. Right. So I would like, I would like it closer to Raymond James, so you have that sports complex. I think that makes a lot of sense, and I think it really gives us an advantage when bidding for these major events. Because imagine a national championship game, which we're going to have in 2029, and or followed up by an all-star game. If it's right next there to HCC, whatever the Bucs are going to do with their stadium and their mixed-use project and the mixed-use project that the Rays are building, it all comes together, and it just seems like it gives a lot of opportunity for us to do a lot of different, interesting, creative things with big events. So, yeah, I would look forward to that. I mean, like if you had a Super Bowl national championship game, your NFL experience, you could set up inside the Rays Stadium, climate controlled. You could do a big thing with a national championship game. Then you have this big venue that's climate controlled, and you can do a lot of different things there. So, I think that's why I would like. And then if you build mass transit, you're serving both the football and the baseball stadiums. So instead of having to build two rail lines or light rail lines, one over to the Rocky Point and one over, you just come into a central area, makes it much more feasible. So I think there's a lot of advantages to doing it in the same area. And plus the fact that we already know that the egress in and out is good. Yeah. Alani Wilkins said, I saw Ric Flair walking out of the women's bathroom. Yeah, but that was not an accident.
Poor Ric Flair.
John Hill says PGA Tour discussing delaying the start of the 2027 season after the NFL Super Bowl. Yeah, does anybody watch golf?
No, they're not.
Before
That's not happening,
football
John.
Season is over?
It's not happening, John.
Yeah, they have to, they have to have these other tournaments that go up against football. Otherwise, your season is.
Does anybody watch the Century?
Compacted.
They're not even having the Century in 2026 because of the way Hawaii is with the drought and everything. They've already canceled that, which is traditionally the 2026, the first one of the season. So they moved the opener in 2026 to late January, the Sony Open there in Hawaii. which is where the Century also is. But nobody watches those tournaments anyway until you get into February. So they're not going to cancel it. They got sponsors' responsibilities and stuff. I don't think that's going to happen. But
yeah,
you know,
I agree. By the way, I added some hats to the table today. So you don't know if you've seen the wide shot here. There you go. Wow. So that's how you're supposed to do that. See that?
Yeah.
Right, red, white, and blue.
Yeah, except we don't
be
sell
very
them.
happy about that.
Except we don't sell any of those hats.
We don't?
Those aren't the ones that we sell on the website. No, those were for us.
Oh, those are not? Why? We don't sell those ones
we got for us.
The white hats are really popular. People love those white hats.
Yeah, I mean, we still have the white hats. They're just the ones with the black and white logo. Maybe that's what that is. I can't see. But the red hats we don't sell. Those are for us. But the ones that you see on my table are the ones that we sell, JP. Those are the three that we sell.
All right. Those ones. Okay.
For whatever that's worth.
And we're working to get the merchandise delivered to those who have ordered it. In a timely fashion.
Everything's shipped. We're good.
All right. What else do we need to? So we talked about the Trop. We talked about all that stuff. Anything that we missed here today? I was like, the Epstein list is out. Have you seen the new updated Epstein list? I did see Robert Kraft's name on there for sporting. I say, is this across the line to sports? Oh, there's Robert Kraft's name. That's interesting. Allegedly. So
yeah.
Anyway, if you want to go peruse that, it's all over the internet. Have fun with that.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said yesterday, I think we've known most of these names for a long, long time. None of this is new.
None of it.
We know who these people are, and we know they'll never be held accountable. So, what does it really matter?
Yep.
Yeah. What does it really matter? What is the surprise is knowing, like, looking at these names and going, "Wow, all these mofo's are compromised by the CIA, Mossad, all these intelligence or so this is how it all works. This is how the corruption starts. These people own you for all these. Oh, okay. Good. So all these people on the list are comparable. Okay. Good to know. Because it all matches up in a lot of different ways. All right. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you. We will be back tomorrow with more fun and frivolity Friday picks. We will definitely have that. Scott Carter will join us as the Tennessee Volunteers come to Gainesville. That should be an interesting matchup right there. Florida State is playing at NC State tomorrow, so we'll preview that as well and much more. Have a great day, everybody. We will see you tomorrow.